Forever Lego Studios here, back with another video. And guys, welcome to episode 11 of Building Kamino in Lego. Guys, I'm super excited to bring this week's episode to you all because, for one, it's a big update. I'm really happy with the progress that was made this week. For those of you guys who don't know, I basically purchased all the parts necessary to build the last 5 pillars, or basically the pillars that need to be built. So I got all those parts in. I actually received all of them in the mail this week, so I've been trying to be proactive and build as many pillars as I can. And this week I was able to get 3 built. One I was able to build on stream. If you guys aren't coming to the weekly live streams, I highly recommend you coming to and saying hi, because it's a really fun time to get to chat with everyone else in the chat, as well as get to talk Legos and Star Wars with me. So it was a really fun time this week. Got that pillar fully built, as well as I got a second one fully built kind of off camera, as well as I finished up another one off camera as well. So I'm super excited with all the progress that was made. If you guys are still enjoying this series, definitely smash that like button, as well as if you're out new to this channel, definitely subscribe. So with all that out, let's get on today's episode right now. Okay guys, so starting off the video like normal, kind of giving you an overview look of the mock. And guys, Kamino is looking fantastic in my opinion. Everything's just looks so nice in my opinion. The what water we have, the pillars, the platforms, the bridge, the gunship, all of this just, I don't know, every week I look at an overview of this, and it's just super exciting to me to actually getting this finished. So the actual progress that was made this week was focused on this area right here. I actually was able to put together 3 pillars. This one, as you guys remember from last week's episode, wasn't really finished. It had a lot of gaps and stuff like that needed to be finished. So I went back, finished that bad boy, and then actually built that one on stream. Again, if you like I mentioned at the beginning, if you guys aren't coming to the live streams, I highly recommend you do, because it's a really fun time to get to talk Lego Star Wars, and you guys get to see basically what's going on behind the scenes before the actual update. So I highly recommend you checking those out. Yeah, and then that third pillar is basically what I built off camera. I actually stayed up really late last night trying to get that fully built, because I didn't want to just leave it with those 2. I really wanted to finish that one, and I was able to get this one complete. So now we have the 4 central pillars complete and fully built. Now what's really cool is, for those of you who don't know, these are actually the center pillars that are actually going to be housing the central building, or Capitol building, whatever you want to call it. And this is going to be where the interior stuff and all those like really cool inside scenes and stuff like that, that's where this is going to be. And as you can see, it's actually a really large amount of space, and because you're going to have this rim around it, which is probably going to come out to probably right where my thumb is. It's going to be coming out a little bit farther. That way you got to have a nice little platform kind of going around. On top of that, you're going to have a really nice interior. I'm super excited to start working on that. Kind of need to figure out how I'm going to make sure that all the weight kind of distributes all throughout the 4 pillars. That way, it's not being held on specifically one pillar. But again, I'm very happy with the 3 pillars that were made. Again, I know it's not something that's super exciting as maybe like the platforms or the bridge to the gunship or something like that. I know it's not as exciting as those, but it is extremely needed progress. It needs to be done because of the fact that, for one, I can't really build the platforms or bridges or anything unless I get those pillars built. So what's really good is, or really nice, is I still have a lot of parts, or all the rest of the parts, to build the last 3 pillars. What I'm really excited is, because I can't wait to start working on that, but I think the next 2 that I'm going to be working on is these 2. Because I've got special plans to work on that one, and I'll get on that second. But basically, these 2 right here, I'm probably going to be starting to work on that this week. I really would like to get at least 1 or 2 more pillars built. At least that's what my goal is for the next upcoming week. And then that one over there, like I said, I have something special for it. Basically, the idea is to have that one kind of crumbling, or being broke or being destroyed, because I want to use one of those, I think it's the Separatist Trident droid class ship. It's basically the squid droid ship that they use on Kamino. So what the idea is, I've already got a design ready to go. I can't wait to start building it. And basically the idea is, that pillar right there is going to be crumbling, being crushed by the Trident droid, and I'm going to have Obi-Wan and General Grievous kind of fighting like they did in the actual scene. So, but yeah, so the idea is to have this pillar be kind of like, I'm thinking roughly halfway, maybe 3/4 of the way of the height right there, and then basically having a bunch of stuff being crashed throughout the water, having the bridge collapsing, or maybe even having like half the bridge still extent and the other half being like, you know, falling in the water, having debris fall. And I don't know, I think it'd be really an awesome idea. I do have a somewhat limited space there, but I think that would be a really cool idea, and I've had that idea for a short while. So let me know in the comment section what you guys think of that idea. I think it'd be really cool. Plus, of course, you'll have General Grievous and Obi-Wan fighting or kind of sliding down the platform while it's being crushed by the Trident droid. So I think that'd be really cool. Luckily, that won't take as many parts as normal, just because if I do make it like 3/4 of the way, you know, you're still going to have like a couple chunks missing. So hopefully I can start working on that in the next week. I'm super excited. Sadly, I wasn't able to get to these this week, but I think 3 pillars is definitely plenty for this week, and they just look all fantastic in my opinion. I can't wait to... I just love how this MOC is filling out with all these pillars and different things. So we also have some more good news on the water. I know another very famous topic for this. I did order a bunch of water studs. They're actually on their way currently. My idea is once I get them, I'm going to try and fill this out, as well as start filling out this middle area, kind of covering the more ground with the pillars. That way it kind of fills out a lot nicely, and basically the stuff that doesn't really have anything important going on it can be filled out later. So that's an update right there, as well as real quick, I've got a bin of parts right here. Now, if you're curious about this, this is actually the parts for the second gunship. I mentioned last week in the last update that basically I started purchasing the parts for the second gunship, and they arrived. I'm super excited to actually have those parts because, for one, I'm going to be able to build a second one of those right there. So I can't wait to start working on the second gunship and have 2 of these buttes right here. So can't wait for that. And yeah, other than that, that's this week's update. I'm very happy with the progress that was made this week, because getting those pillars completely done, it's going to be so nice, because that's something I no longer have to worry about, and it'll be all finished, and I can focus on like the more fun things like the platforms, the bridges, the interior, and stuff like that. So super excited to finish off those. And yeah, I think that's going to be it. Hope you all enjoyed, and let's get on to that out. Okay guys, so that was this week's episode. I hope you all enjoyed. If you did, definitely smash that like button. Let me know in the comment section below what you guys think of this week's progress. I know the pillars aren't the I guess most exciting thing. My take, I think I really love the platforms and building bridges and stuff like that, but I can't actually work on that until those pillars are actually built. So they are very needed for the actual build. Now again, like I mentioned, this upcoming week's progress, I really want to start working on those other pillars. I know it's kind of just another pillar episode, but I really want to get those complete. That way I can kind of move on, start working on more platforms and the actual interior. So that's my goal for the week. Maybe even kind of build up the platform for the actual central building. Maybe I can be able to do that. So we'll see. Again, hope you all enjoyed. Again, let me know in the comment section what you guys think of this week's progress. If you have any ideas, I do want to quickly point out, since Aiden, for those of you who didn't watch last week's episode, Aiden sadly is not continuing in the Kamino collaboration. I kind of go more in depth in the last week's episode, so I recommend checking that out so I don't have to rehash too much. But since he's not going to be continuing on this collaboration, that basically opens up a lot of opportunities that kind of were not really closed, but kind of were on a hush-hush and not really on a standard basis because of the fact that he didn't want it or I didn't want it. Basically, now if I so choose to do something, I can run it by you guys and see what you think. So for the instance, I wanted a couple extra vehicles throughout the MOC, kind of like maybe having a Vulture droid kind of crashing into the water. I think that'd be pretty cool. So just let me know if you guys have any ideas what you'd like to see in the MOC. And other than that, I think that's going to be it. Again, if you enjoyed, definitely smash that like button. If you're new to this channel, definitely subscribe. And I think that's going to be it. I hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.